Good morning, children. I am your Farzana ma'am, your English teacher, back with the next chapter, and this is your poem. The name of the poem is The Little Doll, and the chapter number in your textbook is 5. So, you are ready with your book, and have you opened your book to page number, it is 38, and let us read the poem first and then we will understand the meaning of it. But the poem's understanding is very easy. It's a very easy poem. Even you can understand the poem. Let's do the reading of the poem, because reading and learning this poem is very important. The Little Doll by, can you see the name of the poet? Charles Kingsley. It's at the end of your poem. Charles Kingsley. I'll repeat again. The Little Doll by Charles Kingsley. See over here, children, in the box. Let's read what they are telling us, a little bit information of your poem which you are going to read. Every child is fond of his or her favorite toy and feels sad on misplacing it. Fond means, you know, when you love something and you want to have it all the time around you, it is fond. You are fond of that thing. And what is the meaning of misplacing? Misplacing matlab you have kept somewhere and you don't know where you have kept it, where you left that near and dear thing of yours. This poem is about the little doll which a girl was really fond of, but one day she misplaces it. Okay, by mistake it happens. You may keep something and you don't remember to pick it up and you misplace it. It's not actually you are not a good person, you are a careless person, but it happens. We are human in nature. Okay, let's read the poem. I once had a sweet little doll, dears. Dears means she is addressing to us who is reading. The prettiest doll in the world. Her cheeks were so red and so white, dears, and her hair was so charmingly curled. But I lost my poor little doll, dears, as I played in the heath one day, and I cried for her more than a week, dears, but I never could find where she lay. I found my poor little doll, dears, as I played in the heath one day. Folks say she is terribly changed, dears, for her paint is all washed away, and her arm trodden off by the cows, dears, and her hair not the least bit curled. Yet for old sake, she is still, dears, the prettiest doll in the world. Let's see what it tells us. First, in the first few lines of your first stanza of the poem, you have the description of the doll. How the doll is being described. I once had a sweet little doll, dears. उनकी जो डॉल थी गर्ल की वो बहुत ही स्वीट थी, बहुत ही गुड लुकिंग थी. द प्रिटीएस्ट डॉल इन द वर्ल्ड, दुनिया की सबसे ब्यूटीफुल डॉल थी. हर चीक्स वर सो रेड एंड सो वाइट, डियर. उन डॉल की चीक्स जो थी बहुत रेड और वाइट में थी. दैट मीन्स वेरी ग्लोइंग कलर. हर हेयर वॉज सो चार्मिंगली कर्ल्ड. डॉल के जो बाल थे वो बहुत ही कर्ली थे. Charmingly means again beautiful, synonym of beautiful. But I lost my poor little doll, dears. But वो खो दिया उन्होंने डॉल को. कहाँ पर? Where? As I played in the heath one day. एक बहुत ही unknown play ground होता है जिसपे कोई ज़्यादा लोग नहीं जाते हैं खेलने के लिए. ये गर्ल और उनके फ्रेंड्स गए होंगे खेलने के लिए. ओके, उसको हीथ बोलते हैं. अ वेरी unknown playground, you can say, or ground, a long ground, a huge ground where many people don't come mostly. And I cried for her more than a week. और जब डॉल खो गई थी तो कितने दिन वो गर्ल रोई? पूरा हफ्ता रोई हैं. But I never could find where she lay. But उनको मिली ही नहीं पूरे हफ्ते तक वो डॉल उनकी. कहाँ पर पड़ी हुई होगी. ओके, ले मतलब कहीं पर होगी, वो कहीं पर ही गिरी होगी। आई फाउंड माई पुअर लिटिल डॉल डियर, उनको एक हफ्ते बाद वो डॉल मिली। एज आई प्लेड इन द हीथ वन डे, जब वो फिर से वो ग्राउंड पे गई थी, हीथ जो प्लेग्राउंड ना होते हुए फिर भी बच्चे चले जाते हैं खेलने के लिए ओपन लैंड पर, वहाँ फिर से गई थी एक दिन। तो वहाँ पर कुछ लोगों ने, कुछ बच्चों ने या कुछ पीपल ने उनकी वो डॉल जो है बहुत ही बुरी हालत में उनको दिखी और उन्होंने गर्ल को बताया और गर्ल को वो डॉल मिल गई। तो वो कैसे हालत में थी जो लोगों ने बताया? टेरिबली चेंज, बहुत बुरी तरह उसकी जो कंडीशन थी चेंज हो गई थी। कैसे चेंज हो गई थी? फॉर अ पेंट इज़ ऑल वॉश्ड अवे, उनकी जो कलर था मुंह पे और पूरे बॉडी का जो कलर था डॉल का, ब्राइट था, चार्मिंग कलर था, वो सारा कलर उनका पानी से धुल चुका था, ओके, या रेत से धुल चुका था। इट वॉज वॉश्ड अवे, अब वो कलरफुल नहीं था उनके चीक्स पे। एंड हर आर्म थ्रोडन ऑफ बाय द काउज डियर, उधर काउज भी घूमते होंगे, थोड़ी बहुत ग्रास का खाना मिल जाता होगा काउज का, तो काउज के पैरों तले वो दबी हुई थी। तो डॉल का जो हाथ था, आर्म था, वो पूरी तरह स्मैश्ड हुआ हुआ था, थ्रोडन हुआ हुआ था। एंड हर हेयर नॉट द लीस्ट बिट कर्ल्ड, और उनके जो चार्मिंग हेयर थे, कर्ली हेयर थे, ब्यूटीफुल कर्ल्स थे बाल के, वो भी पूरे निकल गए थे, अभी उनके बाल कर्ल्ड ना थे। येट फॉर ओल्ड सेक्स, जो पूरा मीन्स हम जो चीज़ों को प्यार करते हैं, अगर वो चीज़ें हमारी ख़राब भी हो जाए फिर भी वो प्यार हमारा रहता है उन चीज़ों पे, हम उनको, वो चीज़ों को, उनकी ख़राब होने पे भी हम उन्हें प्यार करते हैं। तो वो जैसे पहले थी वो अब भी वैसी प्यारी थी, शी इज़ स्टिल, अभी भी प्यारी है, लोगों को बता रही हैं गर्ल। द प्रिटीएस्ट डॉल इन द वर्ल्ड, वो अभी भी डॉल जो है उनकी बहुत उनके लिए अजीज़ है, प्रिटी है, ब्यूटीफुल है। ओके चिल्ड्रन, सो यू हैव अंडरस्टूड दिस पोएम, इट्स अ वेरी स्मॉल पोएम, you have to make a habit of learning all the poems of your English by heart. Okay children, let's see the next page. Let's read this vocabulary for us, and you are going to learn some of the words every day. Take a point of taking two vocabulary and learning it by heart, their meanings and parts of speech. Charmingly, it's an adverb. Why it is adverb? Because it is helping us to describe the verb. Okay, it is charming, it's a verb and it is describing the verb, so it is charmingly. Attractively, it is, the meaning of charmingly is attractively or beautifully. Okay, curled, curled is a verb and it is the meaning twisted for, or twisted or curved. What is the next vocabulary? Folks, folks is a noun, people in general, aam log. Heath, heath is a noun, name of a place, unused large area of open land. Then what do you mean, what is the next vocabulary? Lay, it's a verb. Put down, then least, it's an adjective, and least means the smallest in size, amount or degree. Misplacing, misplacing is verb, putting something at the wrong place or so losing it for a short period of time. Misplace मतलब हमें वो चीज़ मिल जाती है बट काफ़ी दिन लगते हैं उसे मिलने के लिए, हम ढूंढ लेते हैं. Prettiest, it's adjective, it describes your noun, so it is an adjective. What is the meaning of prettiest? Most attractive, most beautiful. Sake, sake is a noun, because of value something has, उसकी value जो है not because of advantage it may bring, वो अपने आप में ही कीमती होती है, उससे हमें क्या मिलता है वो हमें ज़्यादा मायने नहीं रखता. That is the meaning of sake. Then what is this? Terribly, terribly it's adverb, very badly, okay, बहुत बुरी तरह. Trodden, trodden means crushed, it's a verb. Let's see the question as a little more of the poem. Answer these questions. I'll just discuss it and you will write and send it to me. I'll check your answers. 1. How does the child describe the doll in the opening lines of the poem? The doll is very pretty for the girl. What is the color of the cheek of the doll? Red and white. The hair is very beautifully curled. Very good. So, these are the lines, words which has been used to describe or to beautify the beauty of the doll. 2. Why does the child cry for more than a week? एक हफ्ते से ज़्यादा क्यों रोई वो child? What does it tell about the child? She had lost her prettiest doll and she didn't get it for full 1 week. So, she was crying for her prettiest doll. What does it tell about the child? We will say the positive point of the child, that she is very much in love with the doll, okay, and we can't give the negative part of the child, though we should give that she was careless and she kept the doll somewhere and then didn't pick it up. But that is not correct. We should say that the child is very much in love with the doll, and crying for one toy for more than a week, it's very heart touching. 3. Describe the condition of the doll when it was found in the heath one day. Okay, आपको describe करने condition जब वो मिल गई थी वो ground पे, open ground पे. So what was the condition of the doll? It was changed badly, बहुत बुरी तरह change हो गई थी. It was colorless, all the colors were washed away of her cheek, and her hair, the doll hair was also uncurled. Okay children, and one more thing, the arm of the doll was also being trodden, crushed हो गया था उनका arm cow से. Okay, I'll give you in writing in my English words. Yes children. 4. What do you mean by the expression for old sake's sake? ये एक्सप्रेशन का मतलब क्या है? यानी कि जो चीज़ हमारी पहले जैसी होती है, हम अपनी पुरानी चीज़ों को जैसे पहले प्यार करते हैं, वो मायने नहीं रखता है कि अब वो ओल्ड हो गई है या टूट गई है या पूरा बुरा हाल हो गया उसका, वो अभी भी वैसी है. इट इज़ स्टिल near and dear to us. The things which we have, and we like those things as when it was new, we like those things when it becomes old also. Okay children. 5. Why do you think the child considers her doll to be the prettiest in the world in spite of the change? It's because of her love for the doll. When you love something or someone, your love never changes, even if that thing or the person becomes old, or the thing or the person is not charming. The charmness is not in looks, the charmness is in the viewer's eye. Okay children. 6. Pick any 2 lines from the poem which tell you that the child is fond of a little doll. One line is when the child was crying for the whole week. That line is you can pick, and इस line से पता चलता है we come to know that the child is very in love with that doll. And one more line you can choose is or pick up is that the love for the doll is when it was that same love, the same amount of love is still there when the doll has become colorless, or it's not now in that condition when it used to be, but still the child is in love with that doll. Okay, it is, the child is still telling that the doll is still pretty for her. Okay. Now what the 7th question is telling you to do? Enlist the describing words used in the poem. Describing words की आपको एक list बनानी है. You have to make the list of the describing words. This you are going to do and send it to me on my WhatsApp. I'll check it and let you know whether you have done your work in excellency or not. Okay children, the last you have to write something. Imagine that you lost something you loved dearly and found it again after a long time. Write a paragraph about your feelings when you got back your lost article. So children, this para, it's you are going to write it down and I will give my point of view in my written notes. Till then, have a nice reading and learning of your poem by heart and solving your exercise of the poem. Till then, goodbye. Have a nice day.